Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I found something new, and that is a new British civilian ration. This one is made by World War Supplies. It is a brand new ration. I've not seen one of these before. This is a single meal pack. So let's get this on a table and see what this pack contains. So, as you can see, I now have this brand new British civilian ration on the table. Now this particular ration is made by a company called World War Supplies. It's the first time I've come across one of these. I think it must be a new company. It does actually say it's a self-heating day ration, menu D, and it has a list of the contents there on the pack. But rather than look at that, we shall just open it and see what we have. It's in a gusseted dark Ziploc bag with a tear open top. This is the first time I've seen one of these, so let's get this open and see what it actually contains. Now I'll try the top. It is a Mylar bag, looking at it, a foil lined bag, resealable. It's got a good seal, so it's a good quality bag there. So what does this pack actually contain? Now, a large looking set of contents there. Just move that to one side, and straight off the top we have a hot chocolate drink powder, regular flavour. There is a good sized FRH with a nice sized heat pad, so a flameless ration heater. Put that to one side there. We have a tropical flavour drinks powder from Beyond the Beaten Track. We have a Fairtrade Finest tea, English breakfast tea. We have a Bridgeford blueberry turnover. Let's just move those around, get them all on there, keep them coming. We of course have the mains, which in this particular case is the steak and vegetables, 300 grams. We have a antibac bacterial wipe. There is a cookies and cream cereal bar. We have 4 Fox's Glacier fruits. These are a well-known brand here in the UK. So 4 hard candies, hard sweets. We have a barista freeze-dried coffee. So we have a 1 tea, 1 coffee. We appear to have 3 Beyond the Beaten Track creamers. 2 white sugars, 2 wooden coffee stirrers. That's different. It's the first time I've seen anything like that in a ration. And of course, looks like a British style spork. So, very interesting, very nice set of contents in this World War Supplies self-heating day ration. This one's menu D. So, let's get these out on a tray and see what they look and taste like. So, as you can see, I now have the contents of this World War Supplies self-heating day ration, menu D, laid out on the tray. And first thing I notice, there is an awful lot of drinks in this ration. There is a tea, there is a coffee, there is a chocolate, there is a tropical drinks powder. So I'm going to forego making the tea, because tea generally is tea, and this is just a simple English breakfast tea. And I'm going to take a look at the barista coffee, which is a new brand I've not seen before, and stick with the chocolate and the tropical drinks powder. So let's start where I normally like to start, and that is with the drinks. So we shall have a look at this Barista Selection freeze-dried coffee. This is a brand I've not seen before, so that's why I want to try this as opposed to the tea. So it's a small sachet. There is not a lot of powder in there at all. It's a very small amount of powder. I just hope there's enough. Hopefully it's very strong. And I'm going to make it how I like it. I'm going to add one of the Beyond the Beaten Track whiteners, and I'm going to drop the packet in there, and one of the 2 little sugar sticks which also came there. Now, quite unusually, this one came with a couple of wooden drink stirrers, so rather than dirty my spoon, I shall use one of those and see how we go. And the lack of coffee in that sachet is a bit disturbing, so I'll just give it half a mug. Half a mug. There didn't look like there was a lot going on there. Now it looks like the coffee is having trouble dissolving. It's very dark granules. They're taking time to go there, but we should come back to them in a minute. We do have a large hot drinking chocolate regular flavour. It looks like it's the British Army standard with the 500 mils, so I won't quite need all of this for the 300 ml mug, so I'll just put in about 3/4. Now a lot of this does look like it's found in the British Army rations, so hopefully they're made by the same manufacturers, and I know that everything should be good. So I'll add about 3/4 of this large chocolate powder there. I think that will be about right. Let's just hope that's enough. And again, using the coffee stirrer, little wooden stirrer, we'll give that a good mix. Make a mug of chocolate there. Nice old mix. Get it well mixed together. Okay. I'll throw that away now. And then we'll have a look at the cold beverage here. It's the tropical flavour drink powder. Again, another 500 milliliter ration size or mug size. So we shall just use most of the powder, not all of it, in this 370 milliliter whatever it is glass. So a little bit more. I think that'll probably be about right. And again, but this time using the cold, we use the other drink stirrer which come with a ration. So we'll fill that glass right to the top. I did use most of the powder, 3/4 of the powder. So the stirrer's not doing such a great job of stirring the drink there. Okay, so moving on round, let's throw that away now. Moving on round, we have a cereal bar cookies and cream, Orifo. Again, these are often seen in the British rations. A dark looking crispy cereal bar there. We have a blueberry turnover Bridgeford. Again, another favourite in US, British and many other rations. Usually pretty good. And this one nice and fresh, feels nice and soft. Take away the oxygen heater there. So that's the blueberry turnover. And finally we're down to the mains. Now the mains with this one is the steak and vegetables. Now I've pre-boiled this. This had about 10 minutes boiling in water. It did come with a flameless ration heater, but like I usually say, I'm in home, why would I waste the ration heaters? Plus they stink pretty bad, and they're not very good in a closed environment. So nice looking stew there, plenty of contents, 300 grams. Again, a very familiar British Army style pack there. So that's everything out there. So where shall we start? I think what I'll do is I'll start by taking a look at this coffee. Now there wasn't a lot of powder, I only used half a mug, so hopefully that was the correct thing to do. Even with only half a mug, it's very, very bland. It's very, very light in the coffee flavour. It looks like a dark roast, but it certainly doesn't seem like there's a lot of quality there. It is a recognisable instant coffee drink, but certainly not one of the better brands out there. But it would do on a cold day out in the field. Now the chocolate, this looks like it's the standard British Army chocolate. Let's have a taste of that. Certainly is. I've always stood by this. I think the British Army chocolate is one of the best. It's rich, it's creamy, a lot of chocolate, a lot of cocoa. A lot of flavour. Certainly one of the better drinking chocolates out there. Very enjoyable. Might have been better to have put the coffee into the chocolate, turn it into a mocha, but I wanted to try the coffee. First time seeing one of those. And then the tropical drinks powder. Nice yellow colour, slightly over colourised, I think, for what it need be. But the taste, artificial mixed fruit. I can certainly taste orange. I think there's a hint of pineapple in there. Maybe another like a mango juice flavour. There's certainly a combination of flavours, like a mixed tropical fruit juice in flavour. Probably chemicalised. I'm sure it's chemicalised. Doesn't seem natural, but it's a very nice, enjoyable mixed fruit flavoured drink. Very nice, enjoyable drink there, the tropical. So let's have a look at the stew, steak and vegetables. So there's nice chunks of potato, nice chunks of beef. I can see carrots, I can see peas. There is a gravy there. So let's start off with one of the potatoes, using this, again, British Army spork. Nicely cooked. Still has texture. It's not been boiled or cooked to sogginess or to mush. Certainly a nice little bit of texture still left on that vegetable. The problem with these sporks, they do drop juice through the hole there. Just add a little bit of tissue. Slightly lacking on the salt, I think. I think a little bit of salt would have been nice, a sachet of salt. But apart from that, very tasty, very flavoursome. It's peppered enough, just a little bit more salt in my opinion. Many would be quite happy, I'm sure, as it is. Vegetables are just cooked, not overly squashy. Let's try some of the steak there. Steak is soft, totally dissolves in your mouth. That is overcooked in my opinion. Very tasty, but it has the texture of a pulled pork. The actual fibres break up, and you don't even need teeth. But it's a very, very enjoyable, very easy to eat stew type meal. Very nice, very tasty, very enjoyable, very nicely done. Now, where do I go? I think I'll take a look at the. I think this is a blueberry turnover, Bridgeford. Nice and soft. Huge amount of blueberries in the centre there. Certainly seems like it's fresh one, this one. So breaks easy. Let's have a bite of that. Soft, sweet, tasty. Very large amount of blueberries. Nice, enjoyable, shelf-stable little piece of cake, blueberry flavoured cake there. As you can see, a lot of filling. Bridgeford don't normally have this much filling, but this is a good one. Blueberry style jam, not overly sweet. There's a little bit of tartness to those blueberries, which is a nice combination, a nice mix. The cookies and cream cereal bar, so nice and dark, lots of chocolate, lots of white crispies there.
Crispy, chewy, chocolatey. They're much like it's an Oreo. I think it's meant to look like it's an Oreo with the white and the black there. Chewy, sweet, slightly chocolatey, little crispies, nice, tasty cereal bar. Let's have another mouth cleanser. And finally, there is 4 of these Fox's Glacier fruits. Now these are a hard candy, hard sweets that are well known here in the UK. You can buy them commercially, so I'll just open one of them. They also make them in mints or fruits. These are the fruit. I'm looking at that one. That might be a mint, but I think it's a fruit, so we'll try this one. Coconut. Unusual flavour. Never actually tried a coconut one of those before. Hard, firm, lots of recognisable flavour. Instantly knew that was a coconut. Good quality hard candies. It looks like that might be a lime, or sorry, a lemon. There's a lemon one there. Couple of lemon, couple of coconut. So nice, decent candies. Need to excuse me while I move that from my mouth so I can carry on talking. So very difficult to carry on talking with a large hard sweet in your mouth. And they also included a Beyond the Beaten Track alcohol free wipe. Again, this looks like the same as they have in the British rations. They're usually a very large, very strong, good sized napkin or wipe. Certainly is. These are one of the best that you find in any ration. I've done a lot of rations now. The wet naps are normally pretty miserable. These are one of the better ones. They're big, they're strong, they're stretchy, and there's a good sheet. You could even wipe your face like a face cloth with these. Certainly some of the best hand wipes out in the ration world. So, quick recap. The coffee. Slightly disappointing. It's barista style coffee. It was a cheap brand, not a lot of coffee actually in the sachet, made just under half a mug, and it was still tasted a little bit thin, but it is an instant coffee and recognisable as that. Just don't expect a lot of quality from that particular brand. The chocolate. British Army drinking chocolate. What can I say? One of the best in any ration. If anybody ever tries ration reviews, I think they nearly all universally agree the British Army drinking chocolate is one of the best. It's spot on. And this is certainly just the same. The tropical fruit drink, chemicalised fruits, but a nice mix. You can taste strawberry, orange, you can taste pineapple. There's orange and pineapple. There might be a mango, so you can distinctively tell the different flavours that are in there. So for that, a nice refreshing cool drink. The steak and vegetables. The vegetables are just cooked al dente, just right. There is still a little bit of texture left in the vegetables. The steak is overly cooked. That's very soft, disintegrates in your mouth like a pulled pork type texture, but that says does make for a very pleasant, easy to eat meal. My opinion, slightly light on the salt, certainly enough pepper, but most people would have no problem with that. A very nice, enjoyable, tasty steak and veg. The turnover, blueberry turnover. In this particular one there seems to be an awful lot of the actual blueberry jam, which is nice. It's slightly tart, not overly sweet. The cake is soft and it's still moist. Very nice, enjoyable, shelf-stable cake. The cookies and cream cereal bar, crisp, crunchy, dark flavoured, a little bit like an Oreo, I would say, biscuit, that sort of flavour, that sort of taste. Nice, energy rich, little bit of crunch as you're walking along. Foxes, hard candies, good quality, plenty of flavour, instantly recognisable. The white one I popped in my mouth, I wasn't sure what it was. The moment it went in my mouth, instantly the flavour of coconut came in. So there was plenty of natural flavour in there. So that's about it for this newly discovered British World War Supplies self-eating day ration, menu D. Overall, a nice enjoyable ration, and I shall be looking out for another one from this new company that's just set up in the UK. So I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.